devils? G-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. First one online is from Nathan Fuath. Paid question. Hello, J-Dog. I'm writing from Houston, Texas. Watch you every day while doing my makeup for school. Makeup, bruh. This is coming from a Nathan, not Nancy, homie. You better be getting ready for some goddamn acting school or something. Going to be the next goddamn Arnie Schwarzenegger. Otherwise, makeup. That's some sweet shit, home slice. I've been into the metal scene since 7th grade. What grade are you in now? You're still in school? When I first listened to bands like Dark Throne, Mortician, Deicide, and Bathory. All huge bands, but it got me pretty into metal. I mean, yeah, but starting bands, that's a definitely, it's more underground bands than I started with the exception of Sacred Reich. That just landed in our lap. But then from there, Easy and Sea-Dog would remember the best, because they're the ones, you gotta remember, I was the youngest, counting Craig too. He's younger than me. You know, I was around 10 years old, and they were kind of slightly old enough to, they weren't even old enough to buy shit either, but they were hanging out with our cousin, who our cousin was, you know, I guess he stumbled across, which I remember now that Sea-Dog brought it up on our, check out the, is it 4 parts interview, me, Easy, and Sea-Dog, the only interview that exists, well, the parts, it's all recorded in one session, that exists of all three of us, at least to date, that was with Dawn of the Dead and Athnar, and he pointed out our cousin had Deicide Legion. I'm like, I kind of do remember that. And they heard it before me, but I remember he was also in the Marilyn Manson shit like that. He's another one of those fucking butt monkeys that were in high school. Granted, I didn't look at them to that degree because, number one, I was really young at this time. We're talking 10, 11 years old. And he's my cousin, so I looked at him a different eye. Granted, I didn't like him back then either. Not for that reason. But again, he just so happened to stumble across, like I told you, yeah, the guys that were listening to Marilyn Manson, fucking Cold Chamber, I'm sure probably was in the Mushroom Head, Korn, Limp Bizkit, all the dumb, stupid shit, Pantera, and you so happen to stumble across a Deicide. Some people would be Morbid Angel. Some people would be Cradle of Filth. Some people would be Cannibal Corpse. Make no mistake, it was always one or two of these fucking bands, if they stumbled across any of it. So when people like to point out, like, yeah, the goth kids listen to Cradle. Some of them did. Yeah, I met them. But some of them, they didn't. But they knew Cannibal. I know there was this one preppy douchebag. His name was fucking Nick. Granted, he was kind of a nice guy. He worked with me and Sea-Dog when we worked at Mac Daddy's. So when we were at Mac Daddy's together, Sea-Dog would have been 15, and I was 14. And his name was Nick. Total, like, preppy Abercrombie and Fitch douche. But kind of when you talk to him, like, he's kind of a cool guy, you know what I mean? He just didn't get the memo. You know, he wasn't in the cool club. Just dressing like a complete idiot to fit in because, you know, doesn't want to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Let's just fit in like everybody. Like, again, why everybody likes that dumbass fat ball and all this other stupid shit. Again, exceptions to the rule. But for the most part, it's to fit in. What is society? What's the norm? What are you supposed to like? What am I told to like? And I remember him bringing up, because he was into normal music too, and he brought up, no, he wasn't the Deicide guy, because there was another punker guy. I think it was Morbid Angel, and I think he's brought up Covenants. But that was the only extreme band he brought up. And he's like, no, I know metal bands, and he just brought them up casually too. So we're like, oh shit, you know Morbid Angel? Yeah, I know about rock, I know about other stuff. But he knew about, you know, Pantera, Maiden, Metallica, Slayer, but didn't know about Cradle or whatever. It'd be hit or miss. It'd be one of them. Would it be one of the big boys? So, no, I mean, you starting with, again, I heard the TISH really young, but I think I was 12 or 13. 13 at the absolute latest, because I was 14 when I seen them. And I was fully fucking aware of who they goddamn were and buying shit at the time, everything, because I literally had, I don't know if I will definitely Chainsaw Dismemberment, because I had them sign that, but I think all of them up to date, because they're all signed. So yeah, no, it had to been all of them up to date. Chainsaw, because I was on that tour. Yeah, because they're all signed, and I only had them sign shit once, because I don't think, after that, because I'm pretty sure my Domain of Death and Darkest Day, I don't think I had them sign that stuff, because it's like I already met him a few times at that point. Roger, Will, even met Desmond. Desmond I had signed the second or third time Tish played, because the first time I saw him was Will, bass vocals, Roger on guitar, and it was George from Dehumanized on drums. Met Desmond once or twice. But later on, by the time Domain of Death, I'd have to relook at my CDs. I don't think they're signed. And the reason being, met Will and Roger a bunch of times, and it was not embarrassing at that point to have them sign again. But we were already kind of, at that point, I think even talking business. That's when I was calling Will on the phone. We were setting up trades, trading for Red Rum Records with Hell's Headbanger stuff, talking to Will and Roger on the phone for the Mortician Flesh Grind LP that we did. That was the very first thing by Mortician we did. That was even before Hacked Up for Barbecue. Hacked Up for Barbecue LP came out in 2005. So Mortician Flesh Grind was probably 03, 04. It was a year or two before that. So it's that point when you're kind of like communicating, talking to him and shit. I mean, there's times fucking Will would leave, I remember one time he left I call voicemail, a message on the answering machine, because there was no dumbass cell phones back then. And it was at our parents' house. And I remember my dad comes up to us, he's like, God damn, there's a message for you guys on the answering machine. I can't understand a fucking word he's saying. Oh, okay. And we go down and we'll go play it. It was hey guys, it's Will from Mortician, give me a call. That's what it was. It was fucking Will. So talking at the time, I think, getting other stuff signed, it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of another guy, kind of like an ass. So didn't. But if you flash forward years and years later, but I just thought it was cool, and I kind of tell him is because we put it out years and years later, because there was that big time when there was the big gap where the TISH wasn't playing at all. When a few years ago I had him sign both Will and Roger, my Hacked Up for Barbecue LP, the original pressing, blue splatter vinyl put out on Hell's First 100. DAWG owns it, of course. 2005 pressing. I had them sign that just as, because I want it. When both of them die, etc. It's the first album we did on vinyl by them. Like I said, did the split live LP first. So just to say, I mean, I was embarrassing or not, I just wanted that record signed. Just like with Chrissy, and I brought one or two of the LPs we put out. I think I brought Apocalyptic Revelations, technically my favorite one, and had all three on signed. I don't think I brought everything, but just at least get one of them signed. It's like, it's cool. All these years later, we put it out. Just like I'll do the same. If Centurion ends up playing goddamn Dead by a Dog too, which is a possibility, you bet your ass I'm bringing the LPs we put out, and I'm going to have them sign them. Even though, yeah, kind of, I mean, I don't know them, but kind of knows who we are, and we know who they are. Like vice versa, I've hung out with them multiple times, like Seth and Patrick. It's a little silly kind of have them sign. Oh, you mean kind of know the guy, you're having to sign it? But it's like, just for that reasons, I don't feel silly about it. It's like, it's for obvious reasons. Put it out, met you first as just a fan signing our CDs before we're even doing the goddamn business. So it's for like nostalgic reasons. Yeah, fuck leave all this goddamn essay. All huge bands, but it's got me pretty into metal. I would say I'm definitely more into underground metal now. Being in the Houston scene and watching your channel has helped me a lot into getting deeper into the underground. Yep. Keep them goddamn ears peeled. Get you in underground shit in no time. No more underground shit. Inverted Demos in his first album. We're supposed to be doing the first album on vinyl, the Shadowland. Dude, that is a fucking sweetest death metal goddamn fucking masterpiece. If you don't know that, you're definitely missing out. Like, it's a phenomenal fucking record. Vocally, it's most similar, the way I could describe is to the first two with Hypocrisy records with fucking Caligula from Dark Funeral singing on when he was doing those, his death metal style vocals. It's kind of similar to that. And the drums and shit, it's almost got like a punk type beat, but make no mistake, it's pure goddamn death metal. Catchy as shit, memorable as fuck, fantastic fucking songs. Still waiting on files and shit, you know what I'm saying? They said they gotta get the cover redrawn, but they're gonna have this art, the same art, because they couldn't find it. They found the artist, and they're gonna have them redraw, like as close as you can. Just redraw the goddamn cover, like what it looks like. You drew it, so just try to replicate as best as possible. I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I could live with that. I was like, if you got any photos from that era, which they're kind of playing like, oh, don't got anything. But I mean, you at least should have one. There's one in the CD. And then I asked for the lyrics too. I think I got a, not necessarily no-go on that, because the lyrics never been printed. They're not released on that CD I have. But the demos are fantastic too. They were put out, well, initially they were bootlegged on vinyl, just the two demos, the Tales of Esteban and the Heaven Defied demo. There's a bootleg LP, limited 100. DAWG owns it, of course. And then years later, it was, I think, Vic Records that did the CD. Maybe did the CD LP. But the best thing, easiest thing to listen to is there's a CD compilation. It's got both demos, like a promo, and there's 7-inch. We had it in stock multiple times. So again, if you're just, I found out about Hells 2 years ago. Don't know the fuck you've been. We had those hand over fist. We restocked them multiple times. Get them by 50 at a time. Shockingly, people actually got their heads out of their dumbasses. And again, this is before the channel, so I didn't have to shout it out. People bought them. Like, it's fucking about time, man. People that know some real goddamn DM around here. Tired of seeing the hoagie shit just sell. Don't get me wrong, a sale's a sale. I like shit. At the end of the day, it's business. I like to see shit move, but it's just cooler when people just in the fucking loop, buying the goddamn good shit. So check out goddamn Inverted. You know, it's one thing, and I don't own it either. It's the one with the, I know what the cover looks like. The second album. It's funny. That's the first thing I heard, but I never owned it. I heard it like a CDR. I don't even think I have it on a CDR anymore. Is the second album. I need to revisit. I need to get my ass in the loop on it as well. From what I remember, but I heard it at like 16 years old. I remember not like loving it. I remember like, yeah, Inverted's a good band. But I loved Inverted. Like loved them. Like this is fucking top tier fucking Swedish death metal. Even though I don't really like to call them Swedish death metal because it's not this traditional Swedish sound. Like it doesn't sound like Grave and Dismember. I loved them when I heard the demos and the first record. I was like, this band is fucking, this is a super overlooked, underrated death metal band. Big fucking time. I mean, like, for example, dude, the first Inverted record, again, watch out for On Hells. I'm still waiting on materials, but fucking pushing for it, goddammit. This is going to get all the bubbles and the fucking pansies in the goddamn comic box. What the fuck's this idiot talking? Dude, it destroys it. Compare apples to apples, and not to mention, before you even talk out of your ass, Bubbles, go and listen to it first. You're probably not going to have goddamn heard it. It's better than Entombed Clandestine, in my opinion, by a very large goddamn margin. I'm not going to go as far as saying it beats Left Hand Path, but Inverted's Shadowland, is it Shadowland or Shadow Path? I think it's Shadowland. The goddamn name, I think it's Shadowland. I said it a minute, brah, is better than fucking Entombed, fucking half-ass, half-baked, hardcore, tough guy, macho man, Randy Savage style vocals, goddamn Entombed Clandestine. Said it in minutes. Definitely a better goddamn album. Goddamn, where the fuck leave all these goddamn essays? Whole thing took up the whole fucking video. One goddamn page ski. I believe a lot of the newer beat, brutal death metal is very similar, yet I do enjoy a lot of the slam that has recently come out like field dressed. Who? I guess I am still a bit of a poser for listening to slam. It's a guilty pleasure. That doesn't make you a poser, dude. You're not a poser if you listen to slam. You can listen to slam all day, every day, twice on goddamn Sunday. And technically, according to like the Jimmy on the Blocks and shit like that, is dehumanized slam. I see the point. I see the argument. But again, when I got into them, nobody was throwing that term around. But dehumanized, the first record, is fucking great. The first Internal Bleeding album is a pretty good record. I don't love it. I like Dehumanized better. Now, to my defense, I heard Dehumanized years before. I heard Internal Bleeding probably like 5 years after I heard, even that I owned it, Dehumanized. People throw Suffo and slam. Dude, again, I see where they're coming from. Nobody called it that back then, dude. It's a brutal death metal band. They're fucking brutal. Suffocation is brutal. Again, check out the Gorephobia, goddamn 12-inch picture. This Morbidius Pathology. It's on pre-order now at goddamn Hells. On the B side, there's 5 fucking live songs that your dumbass 100%, no question asked, you do not fucking own. Killer commentary between them. And Chris Gamble's exact line. This goes out to Suffocation for being so great and brutal. This is it's either 1990 or 91. It's right after the fucking demo came out. He didn't say, this goes out to Suffocation for being so slammy. Never said that. Nobody was saying that shit. Devourment, Molesting, Decapitated. I like that. People call that kind of slammy. They didn't say that back then. Nah, I didn't hear anybody fucking saying that shit. When I remember the Baxters and shit like that, that's why I bought it off, was Brian Baxter and the Extreme Music Shop. Oh, dude, the fucking sickest of the sick, bro. You never said, man, that's some slammers. Nobody said that. But again, if you do, and by today's terms, slam, that doesn't make you a poser. Making you a poser is copying off people and liking the wrong shit. Me overusing the word and poking fun is saying, yeah, if you listen to like Internal Bleeding and Skinless, and that's another band like Skinless, shit like that, and you don't know who Slaughterlord and goddamn fucking Deceased is, that's not a poser. It's just you're not into underground traditional death metal, I guess, the best way I'd say it. Yeah, but you're just kind of more of the newbie, kind of the crowd that attracts wiggers more so. And again, I like a little bit of that stuff too. I like a little bit of the wigger stuff. I dig me some of it. I mean, go to a goddamn Skinless show. Make no mistake, you're gonna be tripping over those goddamn baggy pants. First two records are great, though. I'm not going to sit there and say, I don't like it because this fucking crowd's deplorable. Fuck no, those first two records are catchy as fucking shit. But yeah, the crowd, absolute deplorability. Like, who is there going to be more true metalists by my definition? By a very large margin, too, I must say. If you go see goddamn Destroyers, let's say this is a lineup. Destroyer 666 playing with Deceased and Unslaughter. Let's say it's those three bands. Same town. They're playing Cleveland. Fast forward a year later. Same date, June, everything. That way, variables for variables. Nice day. They're out. They're both on a Saturday, too, goddammit. Same venue, same date, year later. Nice weather. Just can't, no bullshit excuses. On a Saturday. Internal bleeding, skinless, and devourments. Right? True metalists, actual true metalists, metallized blood. And what do you mean by true metalist, dog? You gatekeeping douche? Dude, people that are actually into it, metallized fucking blood. They're wearing black clothes. They collect vinyl records. What does that matter if they collect? Dude, anyone that collects vinyl records or like that spins records are more musical fanaticals than some D-bag that's just playing it on YouTube. How many people do you think? This is usually have to let this test alone. I didn't even get in the goddamn rest. The obvious shit that have already been 100 fucking times. Who do you think is more true? Just to their passion. Let's even forget the word metal. Music to music. Who do you think's more passionate about what they're into? The guy that's physically busting out his wallets. He's buying that Destroyer 666 record. He's taking it home, putting it on a turntable, listening to it, reading the fucking lyric sheet. Or the guy that's listening to fucking Internal Bleeding on his Spotify while he's at the court shooting hoops. Who do you think is more truly into the music? To me, it's no contest. Is this even a fucking debate? Now, I know some idiot's going to say, oh, it's in the heart, whatever. Yes and no, because the fucking guy that's on Spotify, he's Weekend Warrior, brah. He's playing that shit while he's shooting hoops to look cool in front of his homies. And at least what I define as goddamn metal, even all the way back to kind of looking at early Iron Maiden, even fucking Judas Priest. You know, it's fucking Rob Hell for being in the closet. He still looked kind of fucking metal, dude. He had the fucking leather, the bullet belts, etc. That's metal, dude. Iron Maiden, they looked pretty goddamn metal back then. Then you had Venom and King Diamond and Merciful Fate really stepping up. Like, this is metal as fuck looking. You look at Slayer before they lost the memo and they started wearing gay ass sports jerseys on stage. Look metal as fuck, dude. In case any of you guys don't know, look at old Slayer photos. Dude, they're wearing big ass inverted crosses, slobbing all the goddamn place. Gauntlets, spikes, metal, dude. That's what metal looked like. So yeah, if I'm comparing apples to apples, that's the more true shit. The goddamn Destroyer 66 and Unslaughter Deceased show. I'm sorry, it just fucking flat out goddamn is. I gotta leave on with this goddamn fucking essay. So, but I wanted to ask your thoughts on Deathcore, as it's been a TikTok trend for a bit this year. I personally don't listen to much Deathcore, but I believe that TikTok and Instagirl is slowly destroying the metal scene. The scene is filled with devourment clone bands with band members weighing 130, wearing and sagging their baggy camo pants while wearing... Oh, you cut off on me. You didn't get the goddamn memo. So a few things here. You say you watch my channel every day. Every day since what? Last week, man? First off, we know it's called Twinkcore over here. And I've ripped on Twinkcore more than goddamn... I mean, I'm sure people are at nausea hearing it. So that's your question. Twinkcore is not welcome over here. That is poser, fake goddamn metal. It doesn't even belong in the same term, dude. You know, you listen to that, go survey that fan base for the most part. They don't even know they've never even heard of Possessed Seven Churches. Again, that doesn't have to be your fucking favorite record, but if it's a litmus test by most people's definition, first death metal record, or at the very least, has the title goddamn track, that and Onslaught Power from Hell, and you don't even know what it is. That's just stupid. You're not into metal. You're just fucking not. You're not that passionate about it. So yeah, don't welcome that goddamn shit over here whatsoever. As far as baggy pants devourment clones, no, there's no shit, homie. Again, watch my channel. I've been saying that trend. I signed out on that genre for the most part, except if I heard a banger here and there, which was very, very here and there. When I say here and there, I'm talking once every 5 fucking years. 2005, I sound out. I was like, this shit's all just trendy fucking dumb crap. And then I kind of sound out of fucking as far as black metal, kind of like 2007-ish. Again, not signed out. There's stuff that came along. You know, like a band like Satanic Warmaster, I thought they got much, much better when they put out the Carillion Satanist Madness. That's their best thing, and then everything up was good. Bands like Morgal came along, Faustian Pact. These are much like, I was like, this shit's great. The band Vargrov, I think their last album is the best thing they put out. I like that better than their first 3 releases. So there was stuff that came along, but a lot of it I signed out. Black metal, brutal death, because like this shit all sounds the same. I was like, I can't even tell this crap apart. I was like, I literally can't tell this crap apart. So it's just fucking dumb. So yeah, I kind of sound out. So let's get one more goddamn quickie in here. Daniel Thorns, paid question. Hey J-Dawg, just listening to the Hemdale self-titled demo and wondering if you guys would ever consider putting it on vinyl. Yeah, I would consider it for sure. Also, do you think they are the best heavy band? If not one of the best from Ohio, peace. I mean, I like them a lot, but as far as the best, no. I mean, as far as you just said heavy, and that word kind of annoys me. What does that even mean? Like, because some people say fucking Iron Maiden. Is my Iron Maiden heavy? I don't know. Some people would say yes. If you're talking to goddamn guy who's just listening to Wigger ass Devourment, that ain't fucking heavy. So what's the goddamn litmus test? But let's just say metal. Of all genres, I mean, like, there's bands I like way fucking more. I mean, Nunslaughter, obviously. They're originally from Pittsburgh, so I don't know if that counts, but currently in Ohio. Then more. Regurgitation, I think, is way better than Hemdale. And Balmer, I think, is way better than Hemdale. From the Depths, watch out for those. I like that way more than I do Hemdale. Decrepit, I like that way more than I do fucking Hemdale. And then after those 5, I mean, I guess Hemdale will probably be somewhere in there. So, I mean, I do like them. It's good. And I'm glad we did the Hemdale Exhumed and that the demo shit's good. I mean, when I generally listen to Hemdale, it's the Rad Jackson CD because it's got pretty up to date before they came back and stuff. Had all their stuff on there. The demos, the splits, you know what I mean? There's all on, at least everything to my knowledge is on there. It's a fucking packed to the max goddamn disc. So it's good shit. I'm not trashing them. And if somebody's like, hey, Hemdale's my favorite band of all time from Cleveland, which actually I have met those people. Yeah, fair enough. I can understand that. It's not mine. The 5 bands that I mentioned, probably forgetting a couple too, to be completely honest with you. Necrofilth, the ground they moved. Necrofilth, I definitely like more than Hemdale. Everything by Necrofilth is fucking great. Check out that goddamn split on with Abigail. That's the latest thing they goddamn did. Worm Ritual. I think we have a few left in stock too. Worm Ritual might have CDs, and I think we have a few LPs. Worm Ritual is the last album they did, which has been a handful of years. So I haven't done a full length in a fucking while. No, they did an EP too. I forget what it's called. It was like a outer cover that was put out on Dementia, I believe. Might have some in stock. Check. But the Worship Destruction Destruction demo, and the what's the other album called? Drawing a goddamn blank. With Crocodile on it and Junkie Cunts. Junkie Cunt was one of my goddamn favorite songs. Off the name alone and just the goddamn song itself is banger as fuck. That was Devil's Breath. That's great too. That's long out of print at Hells. We did CDs, LPs of that. So as a whole, I like Necrofilth more than I do Hemdale. Big Necrofilth fan. Super fucking underrated goddamn band. Sleazy as fuck, disgusting as shit. Original sounding, but the only thing that you can hear the influence that I've said before, outside like the punk fucking thrashy fucking just dirtiness, is you can hear the Slaughter Strapato influence in there, but it's not like, whoa, it's a goddamn Slaughter ripoff. Like, not at all. It's just you can hear it. I'm like, oh yeah, homeboys like goddamn Slaughter, which as far as I'm concerned, you're definitely a goddamn fucking poser if you don't fucking know one like that. Goddamn, it's one of the greatest goddamn first generation death metal albums as well. And yes, that is goddamn DM. It's not, what do you think it is? Thrash? But that next to like Testament and Megadeth, how the fuck is that thrash? Get your head out of your dumb ass bubbles. That's death metal as fuck. First generation. Comes with a certain shit to do, but the guy about scans by the morning. And don't forget them goddamn paid skis. Get them in. Your Dead by Dog ticket, that which still down like fuck. Granted, I don't know what it's at. The last time I was at 129. I only get a weekly report. It seems like every goddamn Friday. So hopefully that's gone up since the last goddamn report. We'll see. Still at the goddamn 129, 300 goddamn minimum. June 21st, Westside Bowl, Youngstown, Ohio Bubbles on a Saturday. You're not busy. I know you ain't. And your goddamn J-Dawg slogan shirt all in the description box, homie. Later, goddammit.